Hell, oh. No problem. Hello, BB Gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Portal 2. We're still in Wheatley Laboratories. This is his area. He invented it, of course. Oh. This place is shaking apart. Because again, Wheatley is ignoring the problem here. He doesn't want to deal with the problem.
Right,
which is...
So that last test was seriously disappointing. Apparently, being civil isn't motivating you, so let's try her way, alright? Fatty.
Jesus.
Adopted, fatty, no parents.
Jesus.
What?
What exactly is wrong with being adopted?
GLaDOS.
Being adopted? Lack of parents?
For the record, you are adopted and that's terrible.
Nothing, but some of my best friends actually are orphans.
Also,
But
look at her, you moron. She's not fat.
Oh, GLaDOS.
I'm not a moron. Just do the test. Just do the test.
Well, I think GLaDOS is intentionally disagreeing with him to frustrate him. I think she's intentionally trying to frustrate him in some way. But it's still like, it feels like having a supportive best friend. You moron, look at her, When in reality, it's like, that, you don't describe that or you don't call someone that in any way, right? It's like, just, don't be commenting on people's bodies or the fact that they don't have parents. But like, I do think it's interesting that, again, Wheatley can't even do the insults properly. And I think that's one of the things that, like, is so interesting about Wheatley is that it's not that, like, Wheatley is just like, Wheatley, as you said last time, Wheatley would be less scary if they were smarter. But the thing is, because Wheatley was invented to be an intelligence damper, even their insults have a lack of a bite. And have you ever had someone insult you when you know that they don't have their heart in it? Or have you ever had someone like try to be mean and they know they can't be mean? In Wheatley's sense, when he's calling us, he's saying we're fat and he's saying calling us fatty, no parents. There's no bite to it. I don't feel it. You know what I mean? It's like when GLaDOS said that stuff to us, you could tell she was trying to hurt us. You know what I mean? With Wheatley, he's trying to like get a desired reaction because he's trying to emulate GLaDOS. He doesn't have what's that term they use where like he doesn't have the demon in him or whatever? He doesn't have the like actual beast in him. You can tell those insults are kind of like not hitting because he doesn't have that same bite to him. Now, again, as you said, that's still scary though. Someone unqualified in all senses, even insults. Controlling this facility is a terrifying thing. Oh god. I thought that was gonna be like maybe a different laser. So target lost. So we can move over here somehow. What's the best way to do that though? You can shoot through the wall if you want. But yeah, it's interesting that even in that stuff he's failing. So there is a switch over here. There is a block over here we have to get. So somehow we have to get the block and onto this switch, of course. How do we get... Is there a way to get by you? Can I shoot on the floor or something, do you think? That's a regular working turret, by the way. Okay, let's take a look around here. There's something over there. So we can shoot that to maybe elevate the turret? Or, like, move the turret along? No? So close to getting the right space. I feel bad, but man, it's just one of those situations where the game is telling us you have to... Can you shoot me while you're there? I'm trying anyway. Look at this area, man. Again, we talk about the sense of scale all the time as well, right? It's so gigantic. Is there any way we can get you? I don't think you're coming back. I think he's dying right away when we let this go. There's no way of getting him back. Yeah, it's over. Unless we caught him really quickly. Wait 1 second, guys. Again, I know we've let a lot of turrets die. We've destroyed a lot of turrets, right? But let's try and protect the turret. We're gonna try. I just want to see it, just for science sake. See if we can make the turret doesn't fall.
The last test was seriously disappointing. Apparently, being civil isn't motivating you, so let's try her way. All right, fatty, adopted, fatty.
No, it's not too.
No parents. What?
So again, I know, like, no, actually, I think you guys encourage me to do some scientific attempts at stuff, and I will continue to do so. There's never a time where I feel like you guys don't encourage this type of stuff. I know we're gonna hear them speak again, but I'm gonna try this. So we might get shot a bit, but hear me out.
Being civil isn't motivating you, so let's try her way. All right, fatty, adopted, fatty.
Oh, so close. You see what I'm trying to do here? Again, I don't care. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna save this turret. Right? We're gonna save this turret. At this point, it's like not even like morals. It's just like now I have a curiosity. Because like we've destroyed many turrets before, but now I'm trying to see if we actually can grab it before it goes back down. It'd be really interesting if we could.
Isn't motivating you, so let's try her way, all right? Fatty, adopted Fatty.
So
Fatty.
close. I think we can though. I think we can. And now we have to hear him calling us Fatty over and over again.
Testing while I look for a way out.
All right, so that last test was seriously disappointing. Apparently, being civil isn't motivating you, so let's try her way, all right? Fatty, adopted Fatty. Fatty.
Yeah, we died.
No
Okay.
parents.
Maybe we give up the dream. I just wanted to see if we can get it. Like, I'm not gonna apologize for trying stuff out in a video game that, like, very much I think if I was playing this by myself, I would definitely try this too. So I'm not gonna apologize for that whatsoever.
So the last test was seriously disappointing. Apparently, being civil isn't motivating you, so let's try her way, all right? Fatty, adopted
I think the timing
Fatty.
between
Fatty,
I think the
no
timing
parents.
between us is too. Oh god, it's too close. If you know what I'm saying, it's too close. By the time we get to a point where we can grab them, they probably would shoot us dead. I think they want us for this to happen. I tried it. I attempted something because as soon as we do this, it's going to change.
But some of my best friends actually are orphans. But
Look at her, you moron. She's not fat.
I am not a moron. Just do the test. Just do the test.
I think we have to use this to get the block over here, right? Maybe? No. Well, no, we can get over here somehow, right, by using this, but that only pushes us that way. Unless there's another avenue here, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't feel bad about failing doing that experiment, by the way. Because to me, it's like one of those things where, like, my curiosity when I'm playing a game would take over me and try to do something fun like that. It's the stuff I used to do since I was a kid, you know? I always talk about the idea, oh, we can do it on the floor. That's good. Can we do it on the floor? We can. So if I shoot this here, they can shoot up. So maybe if like we were able to get the block there somehow. But I was talking about like when I was a kid trying to get out of the steel cage in wrestling matches, and I eventually did just for glitches. You know, it was one of my favorite times. And I'd do it again a million times over, guys. I really would. So this lifts a block up there. This sends that there. And this sends that up. If we hit this switch. I thought it was okay, that's good. I thought it was gonna be for the door, but the door is actually open. So this reverses it, it seems. But we have to keep it on there, right? Unless we do this, but that's not gonna change anything, right? Unless we bring the block closer to us. Really cool. Very, very fun stuff. These little guys too. I love you can see Wheatley's eye in that too. It's really interesting. Take that. And that changes that so we can go this way. Really fun. Really fun. And then shoot this so we can bring the block back over, or maybe stop the block from falling, and then do this so we can go up here.
It's not enough. If I'm such a moron, why can't you solve a simple test?
What are you talking about? We just solved it. Is it because he had a different solution in mind, maybe? Possibly.
I might have pushed that moron thing a little too far this time.
You think so? She's definitely trying to get under his skin, and I think you can see the self-consciousness in him is what's affecting him so much. Like he just can't bear with the fact that like someone is calling him a moron. It just boils his blood in so many ways, you know. It really does. And like, oh.
Now he's playing classical music.
Yeah, I heard it was like a vampiric theme almost, you know? Oh, I have to change the sound settings again, by the way, because for some reason they change the settings every single time for me. I have no idea why. I have no earthly idea why they do that, but they do.
Oh, sorry. I hope that didn't disturb you too much then. It was the sound of books. Pages being turned.
Oh, you're trying to pretend you're reading?
That's just what I was doing. Just reading
Oh.
books. So not
See what I mean by pitying
anyway,
him?
Just finish the last one. Just now the hardest one. Machiavelli. Do not know what all the fuss was about. Understood it perfectly. Have you read that one?
Oh, stop, Wheatley.
Doubt it. Well, on with the test.
Doubt
There's
it.
more books. Well, there's not.
So this is so interesting because there are people who read books, who love books, and that's the majority of people who read books, love books. But there's always like that one person who is like, do you read books? I read this book. And it's like, I never get offended by that when people, because again, I read manga, but I don't read books. But I always like, there's always that one person who is like that in life. And again, it's a pitiful thing. I never look at those people and go like, oh, they annoy me. It's more just like, dude, why are you trying to impress me by saying you read a book? Like, I know so many people who love books, who read books, who don't think it's some impressive thing. It's just, yes, books are good to read. I want to make it clear, like, reading is a good thing. It's a really good thing. But like, poor Wheatley here, thinking that, again, because he's self-conscious, he wants to think that he's really, really smart. And the reality is, that's his whole motivation. Why do you think I'm dumb? You know? Because he, again, his whole thing is he was invented to be, and I know it's like it goes against like what I always like to do in any type of game or story. Oh God. Speaking of dumb, but like I don't like calling people dumb most of the time because I feel like everyone has different forms of intelligence and different types of intelligence. Everyone has their own type. Because again, I always look at the idea of like how a lot of you, I know like people are gonna say this isn't a good example, but I don't care.
Sorry. Hope that didn't disturb you too much then. It was the sound of books.
A lot of people. Oh, look at that there. That's good to know.
That's just what I was doing. Just reading books. So not a moron. Anyway, just finish the last one. Just now the hardest one.
Yeah,
Machiavelli. Do not know what all the fuss was about. Understood it perfectly. Have you read that one? Yeah, doubt it. Well, on with the test.
Hello, you interrupted before you even said it. Oh God. And he's playing classical music to make himself seem smarter as well. And that's the problem. It's like, again, there's so many different forms of intelligence, you know, and people put different things into their life that are about, you know, that. Oh, maybe we can push it over here like this somehow. Okay, we got to think about this. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who know so much about sports that I will never comprehend, you know? Legitimately. Because if I move across here like this somehow, right? Or move into the force field like this, into... Right, if I go like this, will that land me into this? Yes. So we can land into that, but now we're going to die. Okay, it's for science. It's for science. To me, like, death in this game, death in any game never upsets me, by the way. It just means, like, we learn something new each time. I think that's what the attitude I always come into, like, when I play. And again, I know, like, it became a meme that people compare things to Dark Souls all the time. But I'm never comparing stuff to Dark Souls. I'm just using my experience with playing Dark Souls religiously as a way we can talk about this.
Sorry.
When I die in a Dark Souls game, I feel motivated rather than upset.
So that's just what I was doing. Just reading books. So not a moron. Anyway, just finish the last one. Just now the hardest one. Machiavelli. Do not know what all the fuss was about. Understood it perfectly. Have you read that one? Yeah.
It's too high.
Well, on with the test. Wish there was more books. Well, there's not.
So I think what we're going to do is we want to use our momentum, I think, to shoot up through there somehow. So we somehow have to like shoot up to here maybe. Because I think we want to like say go here and then jump up through there possibly. Because it's an edged like platform. But yeah, like I don't know. But the thing is with Wheatley, he is designed to be a dampener. Oh, we can do one here as well. Perfect. That's actually really good to know. He's designed to be less than intelligent, and it's sad because that's brought a lot of self-conscious feelings along with him. And the reality is, so we can do this. The reality is, it's like, you know, what do you do when your whole purpose is being less than intelligent? If we drop down, I could shoot over here, or maybe if I shoot over there really quickly, I can get to that as well. So I don't know what it's going to do, but we can try it. So we need to shoot orange and do something like this. I don't know why I did this. It's probably going to bite me in the butt. I don't know why I'm doing this whatsoever. I don't know what I'm doing now. The music here is fantastic whenever you do this. We're kind of trapped here unless we get back into the middle platform, I feel like. Yeah. We can go back and forth between here, like, right? We can. Somehow. No, we can't. Yeah, we can. We can. No, that's not there anyway. Does it sound weird? Maybe just because you're in the portal thing. Yeah, this might be a little bit harder for me than I thought. Who knows? Possibly. Again, I think I'm thinking too much of just do when I should maybe we'll take another look around, right? 100%. Oh, that was so silly of me. That was so silly. I don't know what I was doing. My mind's not in the game. Okay, I think I know what we could do. I probably inserted a few like death animations in there just because, again, I wasn't talking for it because this one actually stumped me quite a bit, but now I'm thinking like a death compilation maybe. But now I'm thinking, look at this here. What if we're able to drop through this hole somehow? So, and then shoot over there as we're falling, possibly? Maybe this will work. I'll check it out. So say as we're going over here, we land into this, right? This is blue. So what if I shoot orange here, like really quickly? Yes! Okay. Guys, I'm not even joking. That's the first time in this game that I was like, what do I even do? But then like now it's like, okay, it's just momentum. Because I think what happens to me sometimes, and I'll acknowledge this, is that my brain goes to like, we have to use this no matter, like we have to use it in a very binary way, if you know what I mean, the portal thing. So I was thinking, okay, not the portal thing, the kind of waveform thing that carries you around. So I was thinking to myself like, okay, maybe we pass by here, we slowly go through here and then get up through here, when in reality it was another thing where you combine other things like with it, like momentum. Yeah, it was just definitely a mistake that oh, what happens here? Oh, that moves the oh God. So we had to find a way to get the block over here as well to activate that. So do we have to do the same thing that we did before? So like this, land it there, let it drop in there, and then shoot orange over here, right? Yeah.
Oh, what was that? That was nothing. That was nothing.
Bro, this time, again, he says there was nothing. And again, when you figure out what it is, like, oh yeah, but my problem with this one puzzle was just like, I was thinking of it too straightforward. Sometimes I overcomplicate it. This time I wasn't. I was thinking of it just like in a way of like, we just have to use these waveforms to pass back and forth. And then when you finally realize, oh no, it's just a momentum thing. Because I realized it was momentum beforehand. But I was wondering how we were going to, I thought we were going to have to like, how do I say it? I realized it was momentum when I saw this. But I thought it was a thing that like somehow we were gonna have to like use this to like shoot into a hole and then come out the other side somehow. But it was just, it's so simple. It's so simple, just drop down in the middle there. I wish I realized it better. I wish I did. But what can you do? Sometimes you're gonna feel a bit silly. 100%.
My body has a built-in euphoric response to testing. Eventually you build up a resistance to it. It can get a little unbearable unless you have the mental capacity to push past it. It didn't matter to me. I was in it for the science.
I agree. I even though, you know, I'm not gonna say she was perfect 100%. We're not gonna have rose-tinted glasses, but like, she, even if she was psychotic, you could tell she was doing it because she believed in science in some way. Like that was her passion. Yeah. Again, I'm trying to put in terms of my own, like not just for you guys, for me. I think the reason why I had so much trouble with that puzzle is because I have to do two things in this game: stop overcomplicating things, and sometimes I have to dissect things, I think, I know it's like easy to say when we're like halfway through Portal 2, but sometimes I think my brain goes either too complicated or it goes not complicated enough, if you know what I'm saying. Sometimes it just looks at it as like, well, we have to use the portal somehow to use the momentum to kind of, what do they call them? The wave platform that moves you, the blue thing. And in my mind, I'm like, it has to be a thing where like, you know, we push ourselves to the side where it goes and then go through here. But it's like, let's you just drop down and use the same thing you've been using the whole time. I have a problem with overcomplication and not complicated enough in a way, if you get what I'm saying. I think it's like some problem I have when I'm definitely playing this game, but it's okay. It's okay. Because then once you find out what it is, it's like, it seems kind of obvious, but at the time it wasn't obvious to me, you know what I mean? And that's just how it works. That's just how it works.
If he's not getting his solution, Euphoria, we could be in a lot of
Because he's no longer excited about this. Oh god. The operator error exception has occurred at the something reactor neutron implication at spike value. Press any key to vent radiological emissions into atmosphere. Conductor core manual for instruction on proper reactor core maintenance and repair. And he's just ignoring this. He's ignoring this now. It's gotten so bad that they're like activating this here at the elevators as well. 100%. So he's not getting a satisfaction out of this anymore. Which means that I guess it could mean that he's not going to get, like, if he's not getting enjoyment out of this, then maybe he could take a turn as well.
Don't mind me, just moving the old test chamber a little bit closer to me. I'd have thought maybe proximity to the test solving might give us stronger results.
He's...
What was that?
God, saying it won't.
Oh, sorry, I could have sworn you said
Again, this whole movement of the whole facility is crazy. Oh, he's taking his tomb? Oh, so he's saying, like, literally I want it to be closer to me. So maybe I'll get a better euphoric reaction. It's like, hey, maybe I'll get more excitement if I go to the football game. He's trying anything to get that enjoyment out of this again. Because to him, like, technically we are getting good results, and GLaDOS will be happy with the results we're getting as we succeed in this. But he's not happy because, again, it's not giving him any satisfaction. What does this do? So that gives us this. Oh, no! We need to somehow block it off by doing this, maybe. Is that enough to block it off? Is that the right space? Perfect. Well, not perfect, but it's something. It's something. Oh, God! I didn't mean to come down here, but I did. I'll bring you with me if that's okay. Run. Oh, see, it's 4 turrets at one time. Of course we're gonna get freaking destroyed by him. Of course we are. I have to. If it didn't let it fall down, if I didn't fall down, we would have been probably a little bit better off. Yeah.
Don't mind me, just moving the old test chamber a little bit closer to me.
You do what you need to do, buddy.
I'd have thought maybe proximity to the test solving might give us stronger results.
I love that she just says it won't. GLaDOS has become like, she's always been funny, but she's become like a real, oh god, that's too high. Or was it? I think it was too high. She's become like a real comedic demon. Oh, perfect. Even better, right? And then get out of here like this. Yeah, and it's just like, it's a desperation, right, to like, oh, where are we? Oh, here. Okay. It's a desperation to feel something, right? Oh!
Bless your little primate brain. I'm not actually in the room with you, am I? Technology. It's complicated. You can't
See,
put
he's
the big
acting
old
high and
doll
mighty. Oh, look
face.
at the glass! Buddy. Wait. Wait 1 second here. Did he say what I think he said? Hold up, give me a second. He very much did. I was like, I saw it, but I was like, did he actually say that? He's gotten to that stage where like he sees himself as like a god. Like this has given him so much power, it's gone to his head. He genuinely believes that he is, you know, a god in a way that he wants to be like revered, it seems, you know what I mean? Because he feels so inadequate. And again, it's inadequacy that leads to stuff like that. It's people, again, here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with not knowing everything. There's nothing wrong with not having an understanding of everything. But because he feels like he's been used just to be this, how do I say it? He feels as though his whole life has just been him being stupid and being told he has to be stupid. So now there's this mentality, it feels like, with him, where the slightest bit of power that he's obtained has become a like, I think it's made him drunk. He now needs this. It's something he like, it makes him feel important. It's his new, how are we gonna get these guys to stop looking at us? It's his like new, oh, I know. I did that wrong, but I think we can just, oh, stop that now, please. Stop that, please. Don't do that now. How can we get back up here from here? Yeah. Okay, I know what to do. Ooh. I know what to do. Yeah, he's drunk with power now. He's definitely drunk with power. We have to block them with this, of course. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Like, it's as much as like people can write it off as a comedic character, which it is a comedic character. It's also like a sad character. It's in a way like, whoa. Oh, because I'm an idiot. It disappears once you go to the thing. We have to go the other way. Calvin, what's wrong with you? Calvin. We forgot about that mechanic. Oh, but we're here. That's very kind. Thank you. Interesting they put this here though, right? Which means they probably want me to go back at some point. Or we could just shoot it across here, right? It's orange we have to shoot it across. But we can't shoot it through there. So if we shoot it from this perspective, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, he's a sad character. He's depressing. Especially like when we know.
Are you absolutely sure you're solving these correctly?
See, once he's so desperate, he's like, please make me feel good.
If maybe there's a number of ways to solve them, and you're picking all the worst ways.
Maybe.
No, that was the solution. What am I missing?
It's no longer satisfying you because you do too much. It's the same thing if you eat pancakes every day. Pancakes are going to lose all their meaning. If you eat the same chocolate bar every day, that chocolate bar is going to lose all meaning. You know, it just will. And I was going to say, like, Wheatley, we loved Wheatley when he was quote unquote dumb, right? And that's why I think is a good message of this game as well, is that at his most self-conscious about his intelligence and who he was and how he was being treated as he was like dumb or whatever, that's when he had the most love, the most actual love. Like, we appreciated him. You know what I mean? But now, he's pitiful. Trying to be someone he's not has made him pitiful. Being himself was what made him loved and beloved by, I think, the audience as well. In my view. In my view.
I think he's getting desperate.
Yep. I got the, oh God. Yeah, you can feel the shaking as well. The tension in this is fantastic. The way we have like always in the background, there's the idea of like, there's two things now, right? There's a couple of tensions here, I think. A bunch, actually. The first tension, this thing could explode at any time. Second one, Wheatley could change at any time and snap on us, right? Because that's what it seems like they're leading to. He's getting desperate. Third thing is, once we attach GLaDOS to this, to Wheatley's body, if we can, is everything going to be okay? Then is she going to be on our side? You know, there's all these like things of like, that make you feel uneasy. And I think it's really well done. It's really well done. Psychologically, the tests don't even seem that scary in that way.
You solving these and then watch 10 at once. Get a more sort of concentrated burst of science. Oh, on a related note, I am going to need you to solve these 10 times as fast. Anyway, just give me a wave, would you, before you solve this one, alright? I don't want to spoil the ending for when I watch it later.
Again, like can I use my Let's Plays as an example? Right? One of the things that people told me years ago was that, because I used to upload one Let's Play every single day. So we would have had 7 Portal videos a week. Now I know people are going to be like, wait, what? Do that. You know? But there was also a group of people that that found it hard to catch up. They found it was too much. That's definitely a momentum in some way, right? And it became less special, if that makes sense. I know Let's Plays aren't the same thing as like anything that would be like, you know, I'm not saying it's like this big euphoric thing. Oh, maybe we can use this to press the button somehow. But what I'm saying is that like, I noticed such a positive change when like I started doing 3 Let's Plays of one game and then 3 Let's Plays of a different game a week, 3 episodes. Because I feel like it's one of those situations where, oh, it's not high enough. Oh, wait. That could work. Right? Maybe. Let's try it again. Unless there's one thing we can shoot from the ceiling. You get what I'm saying? I hope it doesn't sound like I'm saying like, no, my playthroughs are so special. But I'm just saying that like it's kind of like a thing where like maybe... No, that's not going to work, it seems. Maybe it's like too much of a thing that you might like isn't always a good thing, you know? And again, I know what the answer is going to be and what I'm going to hear. Please upload 7 Portal videos. Why wouldn't you do that? But actually, I enjoy doing this too, like the 3 and 3. It's actually fun. So there's a reflector thing up there. We can shoot portals off here, and there's also a thing for momentum here as well that will shoot us up there. Should we try and do that like right away? Actually, I think we could use this actually in some way. But we have to get back up here, don't we? This is so stupid. What am I doing? We can jump over it. I always think it's pretentious whenever I'm like, yes, like when you talk about like the way I do Let's Plays. But it's like, I think you guys actually find it fun to hear. I don't know. We have to get that laser shooting into there, so actually it might be easier than we think. Because we have to get the reflector there, of course. Or we can shoot this here. And shoot... Oh, maybe we can shoot this up to here? And activate... But see, we need the block up there, for example, for sure. So what if you do this? Yeah. Would that work? Maybe? No? Yes, no, maybe so. Wait. What if we shoot into that as we're going up there? And then and use the momentum of that. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Like something like that, and then dropping down above that, if you know what I mean? We'll see. Or we can just drop down here, right? That might be smarter even if we're thinking about it. If you really think about it. No, I did the wrong thing. Let's shoot orange. And then we get the block this way. Hello, how are you? Believe it or not, this will be helpful. Believe it or not, buddy. Can I drop you here? Activate this. I'm gonna put you here, okay? Thank you. Now you're gonna go up there. Hopefully we're not gonna have any part of you destroyed. And that activates this. But we need to activate this as well. So maybe that's not what we do right now, because we need that reflector block first, it feels like. Right? Because we have to lower this platform, it feels like. You can hear their little cries there as well. We got the block. That's a good thing. We got the block machine thing. How do we get this, would you say? Because this is a very interesting one, because it doesn't... first of all, it's destroyed, but, like... I guess we could shoot it up through there. Somehow. Sorry, buddy. Oh, not my intention. Well, that shoots down. Interesting. That shoots down. So I'm still thinking here, guys, but my thought process was like, and I don't know if this will work, if this could stop the laser for a second, would it change the direction of this so we could hop through there? It's a horrible thought to have, but I wonder if that's what we have to do. Oh, they don't, because it's not just a droid, it's a block as well. It's not just a turret. It's not going to get blown up and set on fire by it. Oh, okay, because I remember the turrets would get set on fire, but it's a mixture of both now. So now we can get it back up there. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. The only reason I did that because I was thinking, okay, maybe like I'm not even joking. I thought like it's only gonna last for a second, and maybe we can have a split second to shoot some portals over here as well. But no, it's actually again one of those things where I overcomplicated. But I always remember just as droids getting destroyed, like the regular turrets, by the flames. So I guess not this time around. That's interesting. Because you know what the thing is, like I don't know if we did that recently with the blocked laser. If they did. I completely forgot, I'll be honest. But yeah, that's interesting. Now we can get this no problem. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I feel like what happens in this game sometimes is you do something that isn't the intended solution. And it usually leads to the intended solution, if you get what I'm saying. It's like, and I actually love doing that. I love the way that I'll play this game sometimes. And I'll be like, okay, I gotta find a way to actually do a backflip over this and then do an, oh god. You okay? I zoomed in on you there. I have to find a way to do a backflip over this, jump onto the refrigerator boxes, parkour into this, into the, you know, bit. And it's like, the reality is as you're doing that whole trick you're trying to do, you're like, oh, this is what you do. And I think it's honestly really perfect as well. So we can do this. But how do we activate the switch then? Because we can go like this, right? That shoots the laser here. Close. And that activates this. So if I put him here, right? We can go on this. How's this gonna work? How do we just make the block disappear somehow? But then to reactivate this? Or we can just shoot a portal where it isn't shooting here, right? For sure. So if I go like this, that brings me up here. And then we can see this here. That will make this disappear. And activate this. And then we can do this. No! We gotta be really careful about this. Actually, when it comes out there, we'll go do this. No! But that's not... Why didn't it allow... Oh, no, because it went through the hole. I'm an idiot. I was supposed to shoot something orange. Guys, that's like one of my biggest problems all the time is just like playing that way. It's fine though. We have this. We know what to do now. It's getting stressful as time goes on though, isn't it? It's getting very stressful. It's still a fun game. But you can't deny the stresses that comes along with it. There's so many different things to do now, aren't there? So... Again, we'll shoot over here, right? Like that, and then shoot the wall like this. That activates that again. Then we'll bring over this. Land you there. And then shoot. We don't want to. We want to shoot here, right? And then shoot that there. No? I'm so silly. Yeah, there we go. And then we want to get rid of that, so I'm shooting blue here. And that will knock down that. And then we want to shoot orange here. No. Why am I getting this wrong? It's like, you know what it is? It's a panic thing. I have no doubt, I have no problem saying that it's a freaking panic thing, guys. It's actually terrifying. Because my mind goes blank with some of that stuff sometimes. Even though I've been doing the different portals, and you've seen it in episodes, my mind will go blank with that stuff. And then we do this. And then we shoot this here.
Oh, you just solved it, didn't you? I told you to tell me before. Why are you making this so hard?
Dude, you're making it hard on yourself. You're not meant to be in this position, and that's not me insulting you. I don't think there's I liked you the way you were before. You're not meant to be like this. Look at you, you're like freaking killing yourself. I liked you when you were helpful, Wheatley.
I told you that he was specifically designed to make bad decisions because I think he's decided not to maintain any of the crucial functions required to keep this facility from exploding.
Oh, that would make sense. It is a bad decision, right? It is a silly decision, 100%. Man, that's the thing. It's like Wheatley's like destroying himself, but like it's like, man, you were so much better when you were our Wheatley. You know what I mean? When you were our Wheatley, and people considered you to be a Dumbo, but at least you were such a great companion. My facility. Again, that's the thing I'm talking about, the tension with GLaDOS too. It's like we're having such a good time with GLaDOS. But like this is still something that she loves, this testing too. She loves the science aspect of it, right? And she clearly cares about the facility as well.
This place is self-destructing, you idiot.
Was self-destructing, already fixed.
It's not fixed.
Programmed in one last tremor for old time's sake.
What are you saying? He's doing it?
One or two more tremors in there.
It's so
just for fun.
crazy.
Warning. Core overheating.
I don't keep his job. I'm not a monster. Ignore what I say,
Really?
but just keep on testing.
Oh. What's happening with Wheatley now is that like, he's trying to convince us that he was the one who is doing the tremors even. Look at this area. With the lasers? Very sick. He's trying to convince us that he was the one doing this as well. Right? Which is very, very sad. Close. Because again, this is a mentality that people have sometimes where they will try and convince you that it was their plan all along to do something very silly. The reality is we know it wasn't. You know what I mean? We know it wasn't. What do we do here, I wonder? Is there a way to... Because I know if we click this, we'd have to go like this, right? So that stops that there, so that's something. Do we have to like drop a block down onto it? Wait, what does that lead to? Oh, that turns off the lasers. Very cool. So I'm gonna let them move across just a second more here, by the way. Did that work? No, because they need to be able to move here, so it's like here. And then now that that stopped here, we can jump into that. So cool. But yeah, it's like, I think Wheatley is just like, it's such a tragic character, you know? He's such a tragic character. So. Just the character is constantly trying to prove himself to someone who doesn't. I never need him to prove something in the first place, but he's trying to prove something to himself. I know what's so funny is like in the end, GLaDOS doesn't care. We don't care if he's smart or not. GLaDOS doesn't give a damn. So he's proving something to nobody. You know? Oh. How are we gonna have to do this like split second type of thing here? We can totally do a split second type thing here. Watch this. Oh, sorry. So we want blue here. Yeah, and then we go to this side. This is a fun puzzle as well. And then we want it here. And then here. Oh, and then we have to send a block over here? Am I correct in saying that? Hold on. We have to get, there's a reflector block. We can do it. 100%. But we would rather the block land. How are we going to do that? How are we going to get the block past the lasers? I'm trying to think now. Because we need to reflect it back. Oh, we don't need to? No, we definitely do. We need to get the block on this to reflect that there. But if the block goes through here now, it's going to get destroyed. That's the thing. So if I do this, it's going to get it's going to get destroyed. Oh no, it didn't. Man, I think I get mixed up with like all the different things that can happen sometimes. I think sometimes I'm like, and if this happens and this happens. Oh, did they want us to go back on the go back up and get the block with it? Move with the block? Fair enough. We can do that. You get what I'm saying? I think you guys probably notice that too, where sometimes I'll be like, well, how do we do this? And if we can't do that, then how do we do that? And then I'll be like, oh, you can't move the skibbity bob with the bibbity bob. And you guys are like, Calvin, you can move the skibbity bob with the bibbity bob. Don't worry about it. I'm like, but I thought you couldn't move the skibbity bob with the bibbity bob. That's the worst example I could have used, but you get what I'm saying. I think I consistently am like, wait, we can't put this thing here, and it's like, no, you can, because I think I'm thinking too much and putting too much humanity maybe into like blocks. Because if they reflect lasers, they're not going to get destroyed by lasers, right? That just makes sense. Let's go again. And this time, wait, so couldn't we just reflect this right now? No. How are we going to reflect this over here? So if I point that here and then point that there, how are we going to reflect that? Unless I hold it up above my head like that. Do you think that would work? Do you think that would actually work? Can we try? But see, then you have to like keep it there. We can't just do that. Well, maybe let's try and get past here. Or maybe try and get back over there. Wait, I think it is like level with us, but again, we're talking about something that might not work. Because you have to keep it activated there. Here, right? Somehow reflecting. Oh yeah, no, guys. I think my head is even in. It's not in a good. It's not like not. It's not in a good place. Like mentally, I'm okay. Don't worry. But I think today I'm just like, nah. My head's not in the game even more than usual, to be honest. You know what I mean? I feel like today I've definitely made like a bunch of like very silly mistakes, personally. Which is fine. But we gotta acknowledge. You know what I mean? Because now we can just shoot the laser to the here and open it up like that. So if I go like this. And then reflect this to here. Oh god. Reflect it to here like that. We got it. And then all I gotta, but then how are we getting over there now as well? Well, no, we don't really need to get over there. We can just open up the platforms again and it will automatically do that. Right? 100%. If we now shoot here and then here.
Alright, still nothing. Let's keep moving. Sorry about the lift. It's out of service because it melted.
This lift is out of service? Oh, wow. Oh, this changes everything, doesn't it?
Might as well, give you the tour. To your left, you'll see some lights of some kind. Don't know what they do.
Oh, he doesn't even know what the facility does.
Right. Something huge. Hurtling toward. Oh God, run! That's not supposed to be there.
What?
Are you all right back there? Here, I'll turn the beam on.
Wait, what? We weren't supposed to die there? I thought it was like we dropped down and... Okay, I thought we were supposed to drop down.
Might as well, give you the tour. To your left.
It's like, it's crazy he doesn't even know what's happening in his own, in the facility he took over, right?
Very sightseeing. And to your right, something huge. Hurtling toward. Oh God, run! That's not supposed to be here.
Run?
Are you all right?
Oh no, it's just trying to scare us.
Turn the beam off. Wait. Oh no, that's not helpful.
Not helpful?
I don't know why I thought that would help.
After seeing what he's done to my facility, after we take over again, is it alright if I kill him?
That's a question and a half, isn't it? See, and GLaDOS is talking about being like offended by what happened to the facility. While I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm more worried about our lives, to be honest. Man, he's just not supposed to be in control. He's just not supposed to be in control, is he? At all. It just makes me feel bad. Like, I before I wasn't feeling bad for him because he was just being really horrible. And I don't feel bad for what he did, like those little machines is awful, but I think I more feel bad, just as I said, I pity him, man. I just, like, it's... What they've done with these creations, it's definitely Aperture's fault. I want to make that clear. It's all Aperture's fault. It's all Aperture Laboratories' fault. It's all Wheatley Laboratories' fault.
Ah, you're alive! Great. Yeah, just getting a test ready
Sure.
for you, obviously. Who else would I be doing it for? No one. So, let's see here. Exit. There is no exit. Not a problem.
We're definitely
I'll just
skipping over
stop it
tests.
for your test.
I feel like. Everything's just slapped together.
There. Bing. Good. Perfect. On you go.
You know what I mean? Everything's slapped
I'll be
together.
honest, after you told me to turn that beam off, I thought I had lost you. Went poking around for other test subjects. No luck there. Everyone's still dead. Oh, I did find something though. Reminds me, I've got a big surprise for you two. Seriously, look forward to it.
Sure. So Wheatley now is you saw there, he's like, oh, I thought you were dead or whatever, like, and he was trying to act like not surprised if this test was, he was building a test just for the sake of building a test even after we died, and was going to find other test subjects and stuff, I guess, too. It's really interesting that, like, he you know, even in these dire situations, he's still trying to be like, you know, like, I'm in control. I have everything under control, don't worry. when we know for a fact that like everything there is happening by accident. It's held together with glue and plasters, you know, and band-aids. What does this do? Okay. What's this? I'm guessing we're supposed to put like a block there of some kind. We know there's a block up there, so maybe there is a way we can get like a wave to come over here. There's a ramp as well, which means Tony Hawk was here. Tony Hawk was... Oh, and that's orange gooparoo, right? Look at that. The orange paint. So I'm guessing we have to do a jumping ramp thing. There we go, there's that. But we have to do this. Maybe? How do we drop that down then? Because we have to get this over here. We have to open that up somehow. Is there anything behind here? Okay, so obviously we have to hit this switch somewhere to activate the goo, right? So we need to send the block through there to activate that as well. But how do we open up this? There is, it is connected to this in some way, but that just dissipates the machines. Oh, there's this here. Yes, there it is. Okay, perfect. So if I go like this, activate this, and then activate this. Not what we want to do, but if we can do this. No, it's not what I want to do. I don't know what it is, guys. I panic so much when it comes to the green and the green. No wonder I'm panicking. The orange and the blue. I panic so much when it comes to that stuff, guys. In the moment, it's just very hard to think about that stuff, you know what I mean? It needs to be orange no matter what. Right? Yeah. Like, it's just, I don't know what it is. It shouldn't be that much, like, of a panic. Are you okay, buddy? They make me so sad. That's why, like, I just can't be nice about Wheatley too much, guys. And here's the thing, I want to make it clear. It's also, Wheatley is, like, a victim of Aperture as well. Like, Wheatley should never have been, in any way, shape, or form, in any galaxy possible. Wheatley, oh, can we move it with the wave thing? Wheatley should never have been, I know it sounds horrible to say, but none of these artificial intelligence should be created ever. They never should have been created. Oh my god, that's crazy. And we have to drop it in the ramp, I'm guessing. That's so fun. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it's like all the mistakes happen here, whether it be GLaDOS, whether it be Wheatley, all of the stuff that's gone through. We can say Wheatley is the problem, we can say GLaDOS is the problem. The problem is Aperture, and it's always been Aperture. So we just run. Run. I'm worried about dying. What are we getting if we run over here? What do we get if we run? Are we trying to get to that platform? How? Just a running jump? Is that really what's going to happen here? Yeah, there's no way. No way. I don't think they'll make a start from the start, though, will they? Not that it was that bad, but still. Yeah. Very kind, thank you. Yeah, it's I know it's like it's one of those things where it's almost like obvious. There's something up there as well, so maybe we have to do something with that. I think maybe, I know it's obvious that Aperture are the problem, right? It's obvious, but I still think it needs to be said. So what do we need to do there? Because we can't just do a running jump because we're going to nothing. Because I think he wants us to get over to that area over there. Could we get onto that platform and do it at an angle? Let's try doing an angle. There's not much loss if we do it anyway. It's a nice little experiment anyway, so. You know what I mean? I think we could do that at an angle, guys. I think we could do that at an angle. And my stance has been the same since the start of the game. Like, I am totally against the like creation of these type of artificial intelligences. I think it's insane. I think you know, this has been the fear for years, right? They could end up in something like this, right? But I think what's so sad about it though is that while people will just say, well, Calvin, they're androids, I think in this way it's different. They don't call them artificial intelligence. They're like, they're artificial consciousness. They have a conscience. And I think once you create these artificial consciousness and you design these artificial consciousness and you make this a thing, you should have to then have a duty of care, in my opinion. I think we can make it. I don't know. I think we can make it. I said this about there's a game. I'm not gonna say the game because I don't want to spoil it, but there's a game I played a while back that I love dearly, and any fans of that game will know what I'm talking about because I talk about it in that playthrough a lot. But I remember there's this character that they created in the game, or that was in the game, and they warp her mind so that she now fights for our side, right? Nobody was for this. Nobody asked for it on our side, but it was one of those situations that, like, after it happened, there was like this thing of like treating her kind of like not very nice afterwards. And my whole thing was, now that you've done this crazy experiment, now that you've done all this, I feel like there's like a duty of care to these. I don't know, maybe not. I feel like I'm gonna try one more time. I feel like there's like a duty of care to these artificial consciousness after they're created. Does that make sense? Where it's like, now that you've done this, I don't care if there's a situation where like it's like, oh, but they're just robots. You created them. You created them. You care about them then. Because if you don't, then you're just a load of bull crap, and that's why Aperture sucks. There has to be. I'll check for another solution instead of just doing this again, because I think we could make it. But I want to just make sure we can, you know. Unless we can move this closer to us, because I feel like you had to go through the hole there, but I don't know how we do that. Wait, why wouldn't we? I probably included, but I always like try and include as much death as possible to show that like I was trying to do like the thing over here. Why wouldn't we just go across in the blue thing? Because we can't. Yeah, but we have. Because if we have the orange goop down here, we could jump up into that there. It's already placed in the ground. Yeah, why can't we do that? I thought it was just going to be a sick jump we had to do, but that's okay. No, that's fine. Again, it's one of those situations where, like, I think one thing is the solution. I tried out for a while, bumped my head against the wall for a bit. It wasn't that many tries, in fairness. I think it was, like, you know, a few tries, but I think that's okay to do, you know? As I've said in this game before, if this game had no friction, I wouldn't have as much fun. I just wouldn't. Yeah, okay, that makes way more sense. You know what I mean? Like, I like failing a bit. I like feeling a bit silly and then figuring out. This makes way more sense. Wait, so why do we need the orange goop? Can we just walk around the ramp? Why do we need the orange goop? Can you make that jump? Is that why? Is it just that you can make the jump? Is that the possibility? But now that we're here, what do we do? Can you make this jump? I wonder. Oh, do we need to send more goop over here? But the thing is already pressed down. No, we need to send the wave thing over here. Wait, did you move? No, you didn't. Thank you so much. But can it go? It can't go through here, can it? Interesting. We need to find a way to get around that. Why did we need the... You guys can maybe explain to me. Why did we need the orange goop? Unless we actually still need the orange goop. Is there a way to shoot in through here? No. Because when we go in here, it disappears. Right? Oh! What am I doing? We can literally go over here again. So in actuality, the orange goop is for something, maybe. But now we have the orange thing going over there. The orange thing leads back there. So if we shoot orange here, we can get back there. So the orange is over here to lead back to this space here. So we need to then shoot... if I shoot orange there, we'll get over to there, but then will that disappear? No, because the orange will shoot out there, but then... Oh. So if I shoot Arashta, and then it is, that's what the orange goop is for, right? Yes! Okay, now it makes sense. I was like, why do you need orange goop?
Big surprise. In fact, you might say you're going to love it to death.
Huh?
You're gonna love it until it kills you, till you're dead.
You had it there. You had it there.
Right, I don't know whether you're picking up on what I'm
I
saying.
am.
There, but
Thanks, we get it.
Wheatley almost had like a really good threat there. You're gonna love it to death. Perfect. Leave it there, Wheatley. But again, his own self-consciousness wouldn't let him do it. Wouldn't let him. He had to explain the way he's saying this. So he wants to kill us. It's funny because if that was GLaDOS, GLaDOS would have just been like, "You're going to effing die." She would say it in a very snarky way as well, though. I feel like, you know, for sure. Yeah, that was an interesting puzzle because at first I was like, thought we just had to do a trick jump, but it's actually like a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I will fully admit that I think today my head is not wrapping around stuff that I usually would have it wrapped around even.
He's not even trying to be subtle anymore.
No, he's not.
Or maybe he still is, in which case, wow, that's kind of sad.
That's another way of putting it. Yes, that is another way of putting it. It is kind of sad if that is him trying to be subtle, and I think it was. Oh man.
sorry, my fault.
What?
Bunch of fingers.
What?
Either way, I get the impression he's about to kill us.
Carry on.
Wait, oh my god, are you telling me that he thought we'd be there? And that's why he did that? Does it seem like he thought we were gonna be there and then he like... But then he shot this over... Maybe not, but that's what I'm getting the impression of. He's trying to actually kill us. If GLaDOS is saying it, I'm not that I trust GLaDOS immensely, but I trust her intelligence. You know?
Only 3 more chambers to your big surprise.
Or maybe not. Oh my god.
Oh, that's tiring.
Doing the lava's tiring? He's legitimately... Oh, we're protected by the glass, aren't we? He's legitimately like, you know... I think it's what it is. He's grown tired of using us. He's now... doesn't see the value in us anymore, right? Or at least the value in testing us because it's no longer making him feel good. He has an itch to test, but it's no longer actually feeling that great. Okay, so we can move over here first of all, and probably a good idea to do so. Activate this switch, and that's gonna activate some blue goop. But we need the blue goop to land. That's the thing. So maybe we shoot this, and then we do this, and then we do the blue goop. Land.
My name is Gloopulon.
No, you don't have a name.
And why not?
It's just, it's not what we're doing here.
Wouldn't it be funny?
Yeah, it might be funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna do a name. My name is Gloopulon.
Yeah, I just don't see it.
But you get to go around this facility with Wheatley and with GLaDOS.
Yep.
And I have to come out here just be...
Oh, there's something down here as well.
And I just have to be blue gloop. No personality.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
Just doesn't seem fair.
It's generally not,
Right.
but unfortunately, you're not a main character, Gloopylon. I'm sorry.
I see you play games all the time. You pretend people are everything. You know, you make every inanimate object have a voice, and I can't have a voice.
See, I think you're taking this too seriously, Gloopylon. There's not enough characters or time to go around for all the characters, you know? We're trying to analyze characters as it is. Wait a second, the Gloopylon didn't come over here because it had a steel grate. That's not good. So maybe we send the gloop through a hole. Yeah, that's it.
See, if you listen to Gloopylon.
Yeah, if I listen, I know. If I listen to Gloopylon, you're actually correct this time. Okay, let's this time do this. And then do this. Wait, no. I'm silly. We do this. How's that gonna work? Because we need to send the gloop over there. So maybe this way? Can it go over there like this? Is that enough? No, it's not. Maybe that's enough Gloopylon?
Now you want Gloopylon.
Yeah, now I want Gloopylon. You got me. Yeah, it's just I don't know what we're to do here with this then. If we stand on this, it reverses it. So actually, I'm being a bit silly maybe. And that's what we have to do. Okay. Look at this. Oh, it's on fire. Look at that. Or maybe it's like a furnace of some kind. So let's utilize this in any way we can, by the way. We can go up top. We don't just have to go in the same way. I'm in the stage of the level where I just look around for a bit. Because if I do this, is there a way to get up there? There's a whole place under here, though. I know there's not. I tricked myself into believing that. Now, if we run over there, we're not getting anything out of that, by the way. We're just going to get shot and destroyed. Like, if you can reverse the goop in some way to go up through here. They're just not there. You think we should try go up through that? Maybe that's what we have to do. Maybe we don't have to put the gloop there. Maybe we have to put it there. What do you think? And then we go up behind the turret. But then how do we... Oh no, we can do it in midair, right? Yeah, if I do this... Maybe? No. I think I'm thinking about this all the wrong way. Because if I do this, I'll hop up into this, but I won't go up into that. Oh, okay. Honestly, I shouldn't have shunned Glooplatron. He knew what to do.
Gloopylon.
Yeah, it's Gloopylon, sorry. Because we definitely need to get up behind there. So if I activate this, and then go like this, what does this do for me? Is there a way to get to if we get into this force field, I feel like we'll do a good job of it, but this only brings us up here, right? I think it has to have something to do with the gloop, right? For sure. Like, what if we just let it go all the way over there? What am I doing? Why can't we just go here like this? Yeah. Again, I think I'm being completely real. I think there's something today that like my brain is a little bit switched off. And again, I'm not saying I'm almost perfect at this game. But I'm saying, like, in comparison to, like, usual days. Which I think is going to happen sometimes. But... like, if I go like this... but then I'll just drop down, won't I? Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was gonna work either, because I just get plopped on the ground. We need to find a way to get past these guys. What if we goop these guys? Wait, what if we goop them? Glooputron? You still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, we're gonna glooputron them. Okay? Glooputron's about to gloop these guys. You're gonna get glooped. Okay? You don't know what that is, but just wait. Okay, I have an idea. It might be crazy. It might be stupid. It might be a sweet crazy love. Who knows? It's a sweet crazy love. Let's try it out, okay? I'm not saying it's gonna work. I'm not saying this is even smart. I'm not even saying that this is sane. Alright? I'm not even saying that I even know what I'm doing with my life. Come with me, Gloopatron.
Finally, something to do.
You can tell I'm going a bit crazy, maybe. What did I do? No, can you see what I mean, what I'm trying to do here? Am I going insane? Is Gloopatron a dream dead? I was gonna have the... No, that's... Why did I think that would work? I thought if I reversed it back into this thing here. But I don't know why I thought that was gonna work. I don't know why... The Gloopatron dream is dead. Wait, so if I have this shooting up here... and then we gloop him. Oh, boys. You're about to get glooped. The gloop dream is alive. Gloopatron, we did it. Okay, now there's one left though. We know what we have to do now. The gloop dream is alive. Oh my god, that's so fun. Guys, the gloop dream is alive. It's alive and well. Do you think I can run to the turret and not die? I don't think so. Guys, you guys doubted the gloop dream. And now look where we are. You know? Sweet, sweet, crazy gloop. You know? You doubted the gloop dream. We're gonna send it back. This is so fun. Okay, it's coming. Just you wait. It should not be funny because, like, again, like hearing them say ouch is always horrible, but... And now we got this. Ah, for momentum of some kind. This is kind of terrifying though, isn't it? Okay. We got rid of the robotics troop over there. That was fun.
Did I do good?
You did good. You did good, Gloopatron.
Why do you have a gun?
It's time. See you later, Gloopatron.
No, I can help.
It's over. Okay, where do we go from here? I'm guessing we have to just jump all the way over from there, but that seems crazy. Right? But how? Where's the momentum in this? Like, there's a reason why there's not, like, goop over here, not just for this, right? There has to be something else to do with this too. Oh my god. Unless we can shoot it through here. I don't know, man. This is terrifying now because we made some successful strides. Unless we just have to drop down, but I don't think that's... Oh, no. I know exactly what we have to do. This is actually really cool. Okay. So, bam. Bam. I think this is what we have to do.
Oh,
So fun.
good one. Good for you.
Oh my
He's
god.
inexplicably happy all of a sudden, even though he should be going out of his mind with test withdrawal.
Interesting.
And he's got a surprise for us. What did he find back there?
So he discovered something. He discovered something. We might end after this test. I think it might be a good idea. Because I have been going for a bit. I went extra long because I made so many mistakes this time that I didn't even think I could construct a full episode with the amount of time I was like just not talking for a
I'll
bit.
bet you're both dying to know what your big surprise is. Well, only 2 more chambers.
We're running out of time. I think I can break us out of here in the next chamber. Just play along.
That's perfect. Yeah. We'll end the episode here. I'm gonna come back in the next one. I want to fully say that I'm not like apologizing because the thing is like it's a game, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal if my head wasn't screwed on today, but I feel like I was making like basic mistakes today because there's like something I think today that just wasn't clicking, which happens sometimes I feel like, and maybe just you know, you could say, well, it's just an off day, but I think it was, where like even like basic stuff that I should know, like, you know, like was not even clicking very much, but I still had a lot of fun with this episode too, and there were so many great puzzles in this. Like, they were much harder than they used to be for sure, but I think that, like, you know, because they were much harder, the actual solution was a lot wilder and a lot crazier. And I think what's one of my favorite things about Portal also reminds me of the same thing I love about Tears of the Kingdom in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, is that there's like these things that seem rather impossible that you shouldn't do in a regular video game, you know? Like, there's not many video games that are going to say, hey, go back through the portal and send them back with the reverse portal, send the goop back through it and suspend it in air, then send it back through another portal and then drop it on a few machines and then they get destroyed. This is something I didn't even think of because, again, it's not something you usually think of a lot of times in usual video game logic, right? But the thing is about Portal is everything in the world feels so, like, alive and real that trying things that usually in video games would seem like, oh, maybe this isn't the solution, actually is the solution. You know what I mean? Again, just to describe that again, we activated a portal to send goop towards our way. No, it's not a portal. We activated a portal to do this like wave thing. I forget what it's called. Then we suspended it and then reversed it through another portal. Send it back through another portal and then suspended it again. Then stepped up the switch and sent it back through and suspended it over a bunch of machines, deactivated the wave thing, and gooped them all. Like, it doesn't seem like the right thing to do. It seems like something that, like, I love that about Portal in general is that like, the solutions that like are the kind of like quote unquote intended solutions seem like unintended solutions sometimes. And I think it's a really cool thing. And the reason I compared it to Tears of the Kingdom, because Tears of the Kingdom sometimes it'd be like, well, I need to get to the top of this mountain. And you would do stuff that like seems like the game doesn't want you to do it. And that's what's so fun about the game too. It's like, I've completed this puzzle in like a way that like oh, you weren't supposed to do it this way. And then you find out the developers are like, yeah, that's cool. We want that, And I feel like it's like technically that's intended. It's like unintended is intended. Crazy is intended. This off the wall way you solve that puzzle, intended. And that's what I love about these games. And because I think to me, Portal 2 and Tears of the Kingdom to me are like mechanics-based games with great stories. And I think that, I'm not saying they're the same thing, by the way. They're not the same thing. They're very different. One's an action RPG, one's a puzzle story game as well. But I think the reason I'm saying comparing them and putting them together is because I think they're both the best in developer ideas. You can see the developer sitting there, coming up with so many great ideas, and it's the type of game that like, because here's the thing, I look at like games that are like graphically intense, that are insanely graphically intense, and my mind goes, I know how they did this. Not literally, but it's like I know that they did this through like, intense computer graphics that they worked on for years. I can say that, right? With games like this, like with Portal, seeing all the way they do this, the physics stuff in this game, and the way that like everything you can interact with, and the way the puzzles work. With games like Tears of the Kingdom, the way the physics work in that game and as well. It's like one of those things where like I look at these games, and again, Portal fans, comparison is not saying either game is similar. It's just trying to compare my feelings. The reason I say this is not because I think that people are going to get angry. It's that I think people who are new to the channel, because again, if someone gets angry with that, it's silly. But people who are new to the channel, I think there's something online sometimes where people go like, he's comparing this to another game, but my game's original. What are you talking about? When in reality, like comparison is like a really great way, in my opinion, to like describe things and describe my feelings. But I love those games because while I'm playing them and I'm enjoying the story, I'm enjoying the visuals, I'm enjoying all the stuff that goes along with the story. But then there's also like a thing where I might have mind, I'm like, man, they pulled this off. And they did this. Portal 2 did this back on like the 360. It's like, what? It's like some of this stuff is mind-blowing to me in terms of development. And I'm not saying that here's the thing, video games to me are miracles in general, but like with playing Portal 2, genuinely, I feel like when I'm playing this, I go like constantly, I'm just like, whoa. I'm like, oh my God, that's the solution. That's so sick. Oh my God, the way they use physics in the game, the way they use all the mechanics in the game, the way they use the portals and the goop and everything. It's like so creative, but also on a physics level and a development level, something I'm not like I'm not good with. So maybe that's why it amazes me so much. I look at this and I also see like developers who like were like, we want to do something insane. We want to blow people's minds. And I can see this here. And like, and here's the thing, other games will blow your minds in different ways, right? For example, like I think, I'm playing like Ace Attorney. Blows my mind with the story, with the way that they write the story and all this stuff too, right? 100%. The artwork can be so mind-blowing. Games can blow your minds in different ways, but I think Portal 2, along with the story being so immersive to me, the world being so immersive, the thing that blows my mind most about Portal is that when I beat a level, when I beat any solution in this game, not all of them, but like some of them, I'm literally just like, that was incredible. That's awesome. It makes me just want to shake the hand of the person who like programmed it, being like, you did good. That's me shaking their hand, shaking my voice. It's incredible to me. It really is. In terms of the story here, what's going on right now, it's very clear that Wheatley is losing his mind. Wheatley has gotten to the point where they are no longer feeling any good about the puzzles. They're no longer feeling good about the testing that they're doing with us. So now we're getting to a point with Wheatley where they no longer actually, how do I say it? They no longer actually want to test us, it seems. It seems like they are still trying to test us, but it seems like they're not getting as much enjoyment out as they were before. They tried everything, moving the testing closer to them, trying to watch it 10 times over. And what this sounds like to me is someone who gets like addicted to something and then the high wears off, so they try to go to more extremes. Almost like, like adrenaline junkies, with the way they will do this thing where like, today I'm going to ride a bike over a ramp. And when I ride it over this ramp, I'm going to jump over like 20 sharks, right? They do that, it makes them feel good. And they go, I'm going to do the 20 sharks thing again. It's like, okay, cool. I'm going to do it again. And they're like, okay, I don't really feel it anymore. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drive a bicycle over 20 sharks, and while I have a shock collar on me, electrocuting me every 2 seconds. Like, it's that thing where, like, he's trying to find this way to, like, really reach this high again of, like, oh my God, these tests are so fun. But the reality is It's dulling his senses. Whereas with GLaDOS didn't care about this stuff because GLaDOS, and here's the, you can say what you want about GLaDOS, but as I said, GLaDOS has this like thing where I believe that they do have the mentality and personality of Cave Johnson, but mostly I think also Caroline in this facility, like infecting them in a way. That's why they like, as we said earlier, like it is their values. So they believe in science above all else. And so they're not upset by the idea of people of the diminished returns, because what they get high on is not the feeling of someone passing their test, it's the results and the hypothesis being proven. It's the science aspect of it. Even if, again, I'm not trying to praise GLaDOS here. GLaDOS tried to kill us, right? What I'm saying is, factually so, one of them did it for a high on testing. The other one did it for science. And again, even if we disagree with the idea of what science is and what they love about science, it's still the truth. In the end, when we destroyed them, they thought we were insane for doing this because we were going against the idea of science. You can see here that like GLaDOS's attempt to kind of like, thwart Wheatley in a way was to kind of like resist him in a way and be very like kind of like, insulting to him. But I think what's happening with Wheatley is just like he's not bright enough to really understand these insults and the stuff we're saying, because even like the insults he gave us, there's no bite in them. And as I said earlier, like, when like I've had people insult me before and it's hurtful as heck, right? But like, have you ever had someone insult you and it's just like, you don't believe a word you just said. You do not believe a second of what you just said, do you? And it's a very like embarrassing thing, because it's like, that's not you. Don't be you. And I think it's really sad about Wheatley, because with Wheatley, he was born to be an intelligence damper. So now that he is in control of his facility, he feels like, okay, I'm a god. I'm this amazing person. I'm no longer dumb. I'm no longer silly. I'm no longer stupid. Because he's always been self-conscious about that idea. But he never knew that there was like a way to like he could maybe feel better about himself by being this like, because to me, this is a thing that's classic in life in general, where it's like someone will like let power go to their head, but they also will do a thing that I think is like very, very painful in my view, which is they'll get jealous of other people. They'll think that their worth is tied to how people perceive them. And you saw the thing with the books and the classical music, right? We know people in our lives who legitimately, before you come over to the house, they turn on something cool or something like that. You know what I mean? And it's only like 1% of people. The majority of people just love what they love. But we've all known that one person in life who like, is like, hey, listen to the song, man. And they're like, they start jamming to it and you're like, you can always get the energy of like, you're just trying to like look a bit cool, And in this case, it's so sad. It's so sad because Wheatley was my favorite. He was beloved to all of us when he was just a dope. I do think that people in life sometimes get caught up in the idea of like people's perception of them, because it's like, oh, everyone thinks I'm dumb. When the reality is, some people might think you're dumb, but most people don't even, I know it's going to sound harsh, the majority of people in this world don't think about you as much as you think, right? They don't. So that person, you're like, oh, Mandy thinks I'm dumb. What the hell? And then Mandy's at home going like, I wonder what I'm going to have for dinner. You know what I mean? And then like when they see your text or something, when you text them and you go like, hey, Mandy, do you want to go to the bowling facility? What they call it, bowling alley? And then she doesn't think, wow, this idiot. She's thinking, not right now, but then you think, see, she thinks this of me, she thinks that of me. And Wheatley let that all get to his head. And now that he's got power, you see him like kind of like being so aggressive with this, and he has to prove himself. He has to, because he's been invented to be an intelligence damper. So now that he has this power, instead of like, it's like he's trying to prove he's smart through brute force, which is not proving you're smart. It'd be the equivalent of someone being like, I'm really smart, right? Or say you call someone dumb, and that person goes, I'm not dumb, I'm going to prove it to you. And the way they do it is they pick you up and they put you in like a box. They close the box and they go, okay, now get out of the box. It's like, wait, how does this prove you're smart? Well, I have you in the box, don't you? I have control. It's like, that doesn't prove you're smart. It proves you're in control. It doesn't prove you're smart, And as I said, intelligence goes in all different forms, and Wheatley just needs to understand it. But the main thing I'm trying to say is that Wheatley is malfunctioning now because they don't have this intelligence in them to understand sarcasm, to understand emotions, to understand why this facility being destroyed is a bad thing. They genuinely are trying to impress us, while also at the same time too, they have like a detest for us. There's like two things going on here. And that's what always happens too in real life. It's so frustrating because like there's people who like try to impress these people that they feel like it's like, how do I say it? It's like the people, I've known people in life, as you said, who try to act smarter than they are, who are trying to impress you, but they don't even like the people they're trying to impress sometimes. It's like they just have this thing to prove. And it's like you're spending your life trying to prove yourself to people that don't like you. You know what I mean? I'd say something like, I know you can say, well, it's like, oh no, that you don't like, I mean. Like the people might like you, but you don't like them. Because it's like one of those things where they have this resentment towards the people that they think they're dumb. And it's like, okay, if you have this resentment towards them and now you're trying to prove you're smarter than them or to prove you're smart enough, it's like you're wasting your life, man. Wheatley, we loved you when you were Wheatley. We loved you when you were Wheatley. Hashtag not my Wheatley. But now we have this situation where he's planning our death in some way, it seems like. He's getting tired of us, as GLaDOS is saying. I love GLaDOS' interjections here. I think GLaDOS is such like an intelligent... When GLaDOS is not trying to kill us, GLaDOS is like the perfect like intelligent companion, because it's one of those things where I don't trust her fully, but I do think she is incredibly smart and knows this facility well. So when GLaDOS says something like he's trying to kill us, I believe her in that sense, right? Because GLaDOS has a vested interest in us saving her.
Will you be joining us? Then it's settled.
Now, as I said, we're ending this whole episode on the idea of these tensions. Wheatley is trying to kill us. Will GLaDOS try to kill us when we save and save this facility and put GLaDOS back? If that's what we're going to do, put GLaDOS' mind back on the machine, right? Is she going to want to kill us after that? The other tension is, what was I saying? So it's Wheatley's going to kill us. It's, will GLaDOS betray us? And there's also the facility exploding. There's like three things that are always on our mind. And you know what's so interesting about that? Because of that, the tension of like, are we going to die during these tests becomes almost, rather than a scary thing, it becomes just like, we have to do this. So it becomes less scary. Not that it's still not like a tension during the test, but I feel like, realistically, what Chell will be thinking now and what GLaDOS is thinking now is, I can't afford to be afraid of these tests because there's three other things on my mind that I have to deal with. Does that make sense? Maybe it does. Guys, I'd be talking here forever if I was going to be, but I just think it's a really impressive game, and I don't know how long is left. People said it's like someone said like it could take me like 11 or 12 or something. I'm not sure episodes. But guys, if you want to see these episodes there, this episode came on Monday, and I will be putting out an update video very soon talking about like what's coming up next on the channel. But you can see this video for €1 or $1.50 on the Patreon. It's the lowest tier. It's for a month. It's €1 or $1.50. Or you can get your name in the credits going by now. That's just €10 a month or €12.50. Or you can have your name read out by me at the end of every single video. And that is €15 or $17.50. Thank you so much to Ty502, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Yasasif, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Kasperian, Jerabinum, Neo Showerite, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, Blasco, and Lusanagi. See you guys soon. Bye bye.